those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most pious. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then says, who are those? He talks about the عدة المتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء. They give out في السراء in good times and in bad times. In bad times, like when we have COVID-19, they still give out sadaqah. The small they have, they share it with others. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. Those who repress their anger. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, and pardon people. So those are the two. Alhamdulillah for the brothers who chose this topic. Repressing anger and pardoning others go hand in hand. Whenever you repress your anger, you pardon and laugh. So what is anger? We know that a lot of books were written on anger management and how to repress your anger. As a Muslim, you have to always repress anger. And anger is madmoom. Sometimes it's disliked most of the times. But if it is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it's not disliked. If anger is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not disliked. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets angry with those who don't believe in Him, with those who do all bad deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَيَحِلَّ عَلَيْكُمْ غَضَبِي وَمَنْ يَحْلِلْ عَلَيْهِ غَضَبِي فَقَدْ هَوَى. Now, if the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala catches you, then you have gone astray. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Aisha says, that he never used to get angry for himself, for personal issues. Never did he get angry for personal issues. But he used to get angry when the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are crossed. So getting angry for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowed. If someone crosses the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you feel in your heart that what he is doing is not right, or what so and so is doing is not correct, you get angry not for yourself but for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But even that, you have to be moderate in your anger. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us more about getting angry and always being careful, being conscious with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a dua, as it is narrated, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, Allahumma inni as'aluka khashyataka fil ghaybi wa shahada wa kalimatul adli wal haqqi fil ghadabi wal rida. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I ask khashyataka fil ghaybi wa shahada. I ask to fear you, to be conscious of you, fil ghaybi wa shahada, when I'm with people and when I'm not with people. That means that when you're alone, you have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be conscious with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you are alone and no one is seeing you, you know that Allah is with me. So he used to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, I ask you consciousness to fear you when I am alone and when I am in public. He also said, وَكَلِمَةُ الْحَقِّ وَالْعَدْلِ. Allah, I ask you to say the truth and to be just. فِي الْغَضَبِ وَالرِّضَى. When I am angry and when I am not angry. This is very clear that you have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be just even though you're angry, and also to say the truth when you are angry. Among the characters of the munafiqun, the Prophet ﷺ told us that he said, إِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرُ. إِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرُ. It means that when he argues or he has an argument, a dispute with someone, fajr, he lies and he doesn't say the truth. So when someone argues, he's angry, he will go on and say whatever he can say to disgrace that person, to put him down, even though he is lying or he's not saying the truth, he doesn't care. Al-mu'min laysa kadhalik. Al-Imam Ibn Qayyim tells us that اعلم أن المداخل التي الشيطان من قبلها في الأرض ثلاثة. The shaitan has ways he can enter into the human being. The ways of shaitan are three. الشهوة, desires. The desire of women for men, or the desire from the opposite sex, وشهوة والغضب and anger. Shaitan comes through desires and he comes through anger. والهوى and he comes through the likes of your nafs, of your soul. So he will come through all that in order to go to his goal. He will make you angry to kill someone, to go to do sihr, magic. He will make you angry to take a step which is not allowed. All this is done by the shaitan. These are the ways. Ibn al-Qayyim al-Imam tells us, these are the ways of the shaitan. These are the ways of the shaitan where he goes through the believers or people in general. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about this. In Sunan Abi Dawud, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam once was walking and he saw two men who are fighting. And one of them, his eyes have turned red and he doesn't want to hear anybody. And then he told the Sahaba, the Prophet told the Sahaba that Ibn A'lamu Kalima, I know a word, if he would say it, he wouldn't get anything. His anger would go. The Sahaba, they asked the Prophet, what is that word? He said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. If you seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan, that anger will go. They went to the Sahabi and told him that the Prophet ﷺ is telling you this. He said, Abiya junun, or hal tara bi min junun? Do you think that I'm crazy? Are you seeing me like a psycho? Someone who cannot, who doesn't know what he's doing? I'm not crazy. I'm not a psycho. Leave me alone. That's how he says. And it is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet ﷺ who told him that say A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. So when we get angry, saying A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim, seeking refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a way to repress our anger. Al-ghadab, anger, imma yusaytiru ala sahibihi wa imma yusaytiru huwa ala sahibihi. Imma yusaytiru alayhi sahibuhu. Anger, when you are angry, you have to ask something. You have to ask yourself something. What triggers your anger? Why do you get angry? You get angry with your wife, with your family, with the people at workplace. What triggers your anger? You have to know yourself. Al-aqil, the wise is someone who knows his weakness. You always get angry and you have a problem with anger. But you have to know what triggers. Because we are an emotional being. A human being is an emotional being. You will get angry, but before getting angry, you have to know that what triggers your anger as a human being. I get angry when they do this. I get angry when they don't do their work. For example, the sisters or the mothers who have children, especially in these times of COVID-19, that you give them some homework, some course at home, and they don't do their work. So you get angry. What triggers your anger? You have to know it. So work on what triggers your anger in order not to get angry. And if you see that you're getting angry, you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. You seek refuge in Allah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, al-haqiqah, he saw someone or two people who were wrestling. مرة على قوم يسرعون أو يصطرعون. They were wrestling. He met two people or men who were, they're playing the sport of wrestling. And he said, I know that if I know someone who is more powerful than them, who is more stronger than them. And they asked, who is that? He said, رَجُلٌ ظَلَمَهُ. Someone, ظَلَمَهُ رَجُلٌ, who was wronged by someone. فَكَظَمَ غَيْظَهُ أو فَكَظَمَ غَضَبَهُ. And then he repressed his anger. فَغَلَبَهُ. He won him. And وَغَلَبَ شَيْطَانَهُ. And he won his shaitan. وَغَلَبَ شَيْطَانَ صَاحِبِهِ. And he also won the shaitan of his friend. SubhanAllah. It's like now you're winning three. Someone wronged him. He did a lot of things. For example, someone will talk, ill about you, or someone will backbite you, or someone will take your wealth or anything. So if you repress your anger and you don't act furiously, the Prophet ﷺ said that that person is the most strongest. He is very stronger. He repressed his anger. And in doing so, he wins three people. One, he wins the person who wronged him. Secondly, he wins his shaitan. Thirdly, he wins the shaitan of his friend. And also in another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, ليس الشديد بالسرعة وإنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. The strong person is not that who wrestles everyone. The strong is the one who contains himself when he is angry. يملك نفسه عند الغضب. Try to contain yourself. Try to learn how to contain yourself. And that is what the Prophet ﷺ told us, to repress your anger. ثلاث أشياء. There are a lot of things the Prophet ﷺ told us about anger. In a hadith, a young man came to him and he asked for advice. The Prophet ﷺ used to get a lot of people who used to come to him. Young men, old, married women, young women, old women. So everyone he used to advise him according to his status and according to what he needed. So a young man came, or a man came to him and he told him, advise me. فقال له النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم told him, لا تغضب. Don't get angry. فردد مرارا. Told him, advise me. He was thinking that the Prophet ﷺ would tell him, do this and do this and do so and so. He told him, لا تغضب. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Always stay calm. And it's like the Prophet ﷺ is sending him a message, telling him that your problem is getting angry. So don't get angry. In another riwayah, the Prophet ﷺ says, لا تغضب ولك الجنة. Don't get angry, and you will get Jannah. So if you repress your anger, then ولك الجنة, you will get Jannah in repressing your anger. Because whenever you repress your anger, you forgive others. You pardon those who wrong you. You pardon those who talk ill about you. You pardon those who always want to provoke you. Because as human beings, people will provoke you. A lot of people will provoke you. But the best are those who repress their anger when they are provoked. And those are the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وعباد الرحمن الذين يمشون على الأرض هونا وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما. وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما. When the ignorant, provoke them, they say salama, salam, peace. People will provoke you at your workplace. People will provoke you at your place or at home. We are human beings. We all have those characters. There's some people who always want, to see how you will react. So know how to control your emotions. There are a lot of books. I will advise those who have anger issues to read the books of emotional intelligence. How you control your emotions when you are provoked. How to control your emotions when وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ, the ignorant, when they talk about you, قَالُوا سَلَامًا, say peace. Don't answer them. And this doesn't only apply on words nowadays where we are, even in the emails or online or sending WhatsApp messages. Don't send or reply to any post, Facebook post, or any social media when you are angry. Don't do it. Don't do it. You have to repress your anger as a believer. And even though they abuse you, they provoke you on the social network, on WhatsApp, on statuses. Some people, when they want to talk about you, they will say something on the status and they want to provoke you. Don't reply them. وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ, when the ignorant try to provoke them, قَالُوا السَّلَامَ, and they say peace. So as a believer, that is how you repress your anger. Why do I repress my anger? You know that when you repress your anger, the Prophet ﷺ told you, لا تغضب. Don't get angry, وَلَكَ الْجَنَّةِ. You will get Jannah. Try to be strong. That's how the Prophet ﷺ tells us. Try to be strong. We say no, you have to know what triggers anger, what provokes you. Then stay calm. Try to stay calm, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will get you. There is the best. We have seen that because of anger, some people, they are going to long arguments, and companies, even some people have divided their shares. They withdrew their shares in some companies where they were getting, alhamdulillah, good risk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing them through that. Because of anger, we've seen a lot of divorce rate. The divorce rate today is high because of anger, something small. Bring me this or do this. And the two couples, they cannot relate because of anger. What brings that? What causes the anger? It's the ego. Everyone thinks that you think you are better. And this person who is talking ill about you or who said this, you don't deserve that as a human being. Now, I understand, and we all understand that you don't deserve that. But know that the Prophet ﷺ said, if you repress that anger and you stay calm, you humble yourself, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant you the best. We always ask ourselves, and someone will say, how can she dare? A sister will say, how can she dare say that about me? Me? So and so? How can she dare to say that? And that triggers your anger. She will know now. She will see who I am. And let me teach her. Or let me teach him. That's wrong. Always stay humble. In a hadith in Bukhari, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is this Arabi, a Bedouin. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was giving out a war booty, and he came to him, فمسك and he رداءه. The Prophet ﷺ was wearing a hard cloth on his shoulders. And this man grabbed the cloth of the Prophet ﷺ. He grabbed his rida. The Sahaba, they say that until we saw the effect of the cloth on the Prophet ﷺ's neck. He grabbed him first and he told him, أعطني من مال الله الذي أتاك. Give me what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. What was the answer of the president? What was the answer of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, the leader, the prophet, the army commander, everything, the best husband, the best father? He smiled and he told his Sahaba, give him what he needs. Can you imagine that your president today, or your leader even in your local places, or the local council or the mayor, someone, an old man comes and grabs him and says, give me what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. What will be their answer? The question is, even who will reach him? He can be killed, he can be beaten, he can be, prison. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's showing us, he's leading by example. And he says, he just smiles, and says, give him what he needs. SubhanAllah. That's how we have to control our anger. To know that there are those people who will provoke us, even who will slap you, or who will do a lot of things. But try as a leader, or as any person who is a Muslim, try to show the best example. I don't say that just keep quiet and let people walk over you. No. But repress your anger. I know that when do I get angry and for what? Never get angry for yourself. That doesn't mean also that people will go around on you and step on you on your head. No, you have to know your limit, respect yourself, and people will respect you. Among things which can help us is when we've known that there's things which trigger our anger. The best way to relieve our anger or to repress our anger is to say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitan," to seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan. And the second is a sukut, to keep quiet. When you're arguing at your workplace, some of us, we argue about things which even don't benefit us in real life. When we are, let's talk sincerely. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Team supporters, the Premier League and other leagues, you have your team and other teams, they want you and you argue about something and it goes into a fight, it goes into a big matter. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Ana za'imu baytin fi rabad al-Jannah." I will stand for a house in the middle, in the center of Jannah. Whoever leaves arguing even though he is right. Even though you are right and what you're saying is true, just leave it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let it pass. Control your anger. Be calm. Keep quiet. We can repress our anger by keeping quiet. In Muslim Ahmad, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, "A'allimu wa bashiru." A'allimu wa bashiru. Teach, wa bashiru, and give glad tidings to people. Tell them what is good for them. Wala tu'assiru, and do not, make the religion hard. This religion was not sent to you as a person. I mean, al-wahi, al-Quran was sent, it was not revealed in you or to you. You have to know that to be easy to people. Wala tu'assir, especially the du'ats, the young men who give out da'wah, and young women also. When you are giving da'wah, be lenient. Bashiru wa yassiru. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sending Mu'adh and the other Sahabi to Yemen, Musa al-Ash'ari, he told them, "Bashira wa la tunaffira, wa yassira wa la tu'assira." Give people glad tidings. Tell them good about Islam. Wa yassira, make things simple for them. Wa la tu'assira, do not make it hard for them. This is al-Islam, Deenul Yusr. Allah says, "Yuridu Allahu bikum al-yusra, wa la yuridu bikum al-usr." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He likes, easiness for you, to make things simple for you. Now, the Prophet says, "Allimu bashiru wa la tu'assiru, wa idha ghadiba ahadukum falyaskut." If one of you gets angry, falyaskut, let him keep quiet. Stay calm, keep quiet. When you get angry, try to keep quiet. Between the spouses, husband and wife, when you get angry, especially husbands, keep quiet. Just keep quiet. Let her talk. Because as a man, control your emotions. Keep quiet. If it goes on and on, just get out of the house. Don't talk back. Come back when she's calm and talk to her. The same goes to a sister. Because sometimes when you see that your husband is angry and furious, keep quiet. Calm down. And then talk to him when it's the right time. So keep it quiet will help us. So also the Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا غَضِبَ أَحَدُكُمْ وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ. If one of you gets angry when he is standing, فَلْيَجْلِسْ, sit down. Because our hormones are triggered when we stand and our heart rate is beating. When you get angry, you feel it. Your heart is beating so fast, and you turn, your color turns, and also when you're standing, you can do anything. So sit down and calm down. If it goes on, فَلْيَضْطَجِعْ, lie on your right side. If you see that you're still angry, go and get wudu. Go and get ablution. Pour some water on you, and you will get settled. Inshallah, you get calm, and your anger will go. في مسلم الطبراني بسند صحيح الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم says, "من كظم غيظا ولو شاء أن يمضيه أمضاه ملأ الله قلبه أمنا يوم القيامة. Whoever represses his anger, and if he would like to go on to be angry and to do what he can, he will do it. He's a boss. He's the head of the family. He can do whatever he wants. But he represses his anger, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant him will grant him peace يوم القيامة يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. A day where your wealth and your children will not help you, nothing will help you, your power will not help you. That day what will help you is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and your deeds. That day when you need Allah, when people are fearing, then for you it is لا تحزن. Don't fear, don't be sad. Allah will grant you peace because you repressed your anger. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in those who forgive, he says, وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. The believers, when they get angry, هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ, they forgive, they pardon. Now this is where we go on to the next session of our talk is we pardon others. Al-afu wal-afina anin nas. If you want to be pardoned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yawm al-qiyamah, then pardon those who are with you, pardon people who wrong you, who provoke you. Wal-afina anin nas. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he loves the righteous people who are always with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَمَنْ صَبَرَ وَغَفَرَ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ لَمِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. You know, when you get angry, إخوتي في الله, Allah says, وَلَمَنْ صَبَرَ, those who are patient, وَغَفَرَ, and pardon others, إِنَّ ذَلِكَ لَمِنْ, that is لَمِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. It's only for the strong, it's only for the believers that they will stay strong and calm and know that they repress their anger. Because sometimes when you're angry, you can say anything. You can kill your spouse, you can do anything. And the anger, even sometimes when you get angry, it's not yourself. Someone will talk, he will abuse others, he will talk, vulgar words. And these vulgar words, vulgar vocabularies, it may lead to anger, and the other person will do harm to you. So when you are angry, please contain yourself. Because I'm very sure that you have lost a lot of opportunities in your life. You have lost a lot of things because of your anger. So getting angry will lead you to a lot of problems. Getting angry will lead to a lot of health issues. Even the health issues you're going on, what people are facing today because of anger. And doctors tell us that don't get angry. People tend to get pressure. You die because of nothing. So stay calm. Know that this dunya we are all living. Someone transgresses on you, he wrongs you, he does all bad things on you and about you, he talks ill about you. You have to calm yourself. In another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Man taraka shay'an lillah." Whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgives for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pardons others for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, عَوَّضَهُ اللَّهُ خَيْرٌ مِنْهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him something better than that. Better than what you thought of, better than what you had. So stay calm and repress your anger, pardon others. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the best. Ta'ammal. I would like always, when we get angry, to look at ourselves. Look at your eyes. Stand in front of the mirror when you get angry. Look at how you look like. Even the doctors and others tell us that our muscles in our faces, and when you get angry, they all change. The beautiful girl who was the beautiful lady was very beautiful when she looks into the mirror. But look at yourself when you get angry. All your beauty goes away and you become someone else. So getting angry will lose or will give us a lot of problems in our life and also our beauty. I would like to wind up. I know the time is going and there are some other chefs who are on the line, but I would like to always with these few words, I would like to ask that let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to our brothers and sisters, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us control our anger, to help us repress our anger, to help us, when we have problems and when we have issues, to ask, to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, to seek refuge in Allah. When you're making dua at night or ba'da salawat, always, if you have anger issues, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to calm your anger and also know what causes your anger so that you can act upon the solutions we have tried to say. Barakallahu fikum wa jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خيرا حبيبي. جزاك الله خيرا شيخ عبد الولي. معنا? Are you still with us?
بارك الله فيكم. جزاك الله خيرا.
حياك الله. Thanks very much for that wonderful and precise presentation. It has it all, Sheikh. Wafait. جزاك الله خيرا. Now, if you don't mind, I know you will need to leave for Salat al-Maghrib, but if you don't care or mind, we can really take a few questions, like one or two from our viewers. All right.
No problem, inshallah. No problem. We have some few before Salat al-Maghrib and we can check, inshallah. Allah grant you the best.
Hayakallah. All right. We are asking and inviting questions from our viewers, especially those on Zoom. Raise up your hand and we can identify you easier. All right. There is a brother, Navil. Would you please unmute yourself and ask? Brother or sister? I don't know. Yes, please. Navil? Navil Muhammad Saeed. You've been unmuted. You could please go ahead and...
They seem to be walking.
All right. Let us take a hand from Fairuz. Fairuz, would you unmute yourself? Fairuz, please unmute yourself so you can ask your question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, barakallahu fikum. My question is, I think I should use Luganda, if you don't mind.
All right, Sheikh will answer in English for greater benefit.
But will he understand the Luganda?
Sheikh will understand Luganda.
All right, thank you. Sheikh, kibeera kitya singa mbadde nga I've been that girl at Afayo. I don't dress well. I don't like, I unveil. I go to clubs. If it comes to swala, nyinza okusalayo maybe 2 times a day, 3 times, completing all 5 times. But during Ramadan in Siva, I had boyfriends. How should I do? Like, okweza obujja eri Allah, like okunsonyiwa byembadde mpitamu, but I want to be that new girl. Okwesonyiwa byembadde for that all.
All right, thank you very much. Sheikh has had your question. Let us take another hand from Navil Muhammad Saeed. Yes, please. Would you please raise your voice a little bit? We can't hear you clearly. Nabil, would you please fix your voice? The sound is not clear. Please go ahead.
Hello, you're getting me now?
Okay, you're clear now.
I'm clear.
Yeah.
So I was asking, like, let's say your parents usually get angry at you, let's say for small things, and they end up, I don't know how to say it, but they end up, let's say, like speaking bad or reminding you of the good they did or cursing you. How does that affect you? Okay, yes, you've hurt them, but how does it affect now? That's my question.
All right, you have, if I have understood you right, you have angry parents, and you want to know how to deal with that. Okay, thank you very much. I think Sheikh Abdul Wali, لعلك فهمت سؤالها.
It's understood, فهمت.
Great. We shall take one more hand from Sister Nabira, and then Sheikh will answer.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا.
شيء بارك الله فيكم. Nze شيء kyembuzaamu singa mba nsiibye omuntu nankyankalanya oba nankyokuuza yani manyi abakola bakama baffe bagenda ne batujooga ne kati there ne tuhavinga conversation mu ngeri eyomba okusiba kwange nabadde ndi wa Ramadani olunaku mba nina oluddamu Allah aba alukkiriza oba taba talukkiriza.
Thank you very much for that question. Sheikh, we shall only have those questions considering the time that is remaining, because we shall be having Sheikh Said Ragi from Canada at exactly 7:15, as I've been informed. So let us answer those questions, Habibna Sheikh Abdul. Sheikh Abdul.
إن شاء الله تعالى. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله خيرا. The first, the sister, alhamdulillah, who came to, watch the good or the khair and lectures, and she said, how can I repent? I have a bad act. I have a bad past. I've been doing a lot. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Allah, he forgives all sins. Now, Shaitan will always try to remind you your past. He will tell you, how can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive you? Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just coming into like these gatherings, praying, try to be a good person in Ramadan, go on with the good and be strong and always contain yourself. Where we've heard that in the lecture, we had Imam Ibn Qayyim says, among what, the ways of Shaitan is through al-hawa, through desire, through, the things which are liked by human beings. So try to contain yourself, to restrain yourself from all that. Get good friends. When you have when I talk about friends, I mean online friends and the friends you have. So if you have friends online, try to befriend those people who are good, those who you learn from. You learn the deen from them. You learn a lot from them. Inshallah ta'ala, we are praying for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you the best. Don't look into the past. Go on with your future and try to be a better person. We are all sinners. Repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be sincere with Allah when repenting. Do not joke about it. Repent to Allah sincerely. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive you. Always in the sujood, when praying, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all. And please, if you are in a town, in a city where we used to do that, please, it is better for good if you can go to another town for some time. If it is better for you that you go from even in the same town but to another suburb or to another place, so that you can change your environment. Change your environment and be conscious with whom you befriend. Inshallah ta'ala, may Allah grant you the best bi'idhnillah ta'ala and give you taqwa and forgive us all our sins. The second question is angry parents. We may have problem with our parents. And as our parents, Allah says, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. When he talked about tawheed, monotheism, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone and not associating anything with him, he seconded and he said, after that, the next words were وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and be good to your parents. Now, being good to your parents, it comes with a lot of challenges. Some parents are not, soft with you. Some parents are not easy. They will try, to impose their own thinking and the way they like you to be. Even though you are older, you are above 20, you want to go out, be patient with them. Be patient with your parents. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you the best. Be patient with them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant you Jannah. That's what I can only say. Whatever your mother says, try to calm her down. Try to talk her nicely. We know that some parents go, they go through the limit. They will provoke you. They will do a lot of bad to you. But be patient with them and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make them easy for you in the ta'ala. As Maghrib is here, the third and last question is, if I get angry when fasting. If you get angry when fasting, please, alhamdulillah, the Prophet ﷺ says, whoever is wronged, if someone comes to you and provokes you while you are fasting, قُلْ إِنِّي صَائِمٌ, say I'm fasting. So if you got angry with some few words and you realize that you got angry, please ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you can continue fasting that day, and that day is there. You don't have to make it up again. Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu ala khayri khalq Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ashraf, hayak Allah. I'm very happy to see you and to meet you after a long time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you the best.
Allah yahayyak Habib Abdul Wali. Jazakallah khair. And thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. We know it is time for Maghrib. We do not want to let you go, Sheikh Abdul Wali. This is an interesting topic for sure.
We are going to benefit from other sheikhs, inshallah. Sheikh Saeed Rag is coming, Sheikh Ibrahim Meng is coming. And alhamdulillah, I'm happy to have them here. Inshallah, I will join when the sheikhs come in, inshallah, to welcome them. So that today we welcome them through Zoom. And we ask, inshallah ta'ala, maybe when COVID is out, they will come, inshallah ta'ala, as also. They will all come, inshallah ta'ala. We'll talk to them. Barakallah.
We are going to take this opportunity to thank Sheikh Abdul Wali on behalf of Thurayyah Islam Media, Ummah Connect and Soul Cocktail for his wonderful presentation, and may Allah reward him the best. And on behalf of all the viewers on Zoom and social media pages, YouTube and Facebook, we thank you very much, Sheikh Abdul Wali, and we're going to happily have you among the audience that will be listening with us the next sessions. Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah khair wa barakallahu
fiik. Members who are still here, we have in 15 minutes, inshallah, from now, we shall be having